So I'm here to finish up the little pond this morning. Finish getting the rest of that dirt hauled off. Not a whole lot left to do. I did put in my little dissipator pad the day before. Little diversion ditch going down, rock on top of rock, but it was not really rock right there, so it did need that little pad for that water to go down on to keep from eroding the bottom out. But humongous rock feature, another one the size of a dump truck. I've got to repaint where the baffles go. It came a little rain shower and kind of washed some of the paint off, so they can install that today. Pond gets seeded and strawed, and matting on the little ditches. And we got to clean up a little bit right here where the dirt rolled down the hill and finish pulling that slope back a touch. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and hopefully a dump truck will be back to get a load. So I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I'm going to turn the valves off to the tilt bucket and cut the valves back on for the thumb. And I think the tilt bucket will stay put, and I'll be able to use the thumb, because I need to grab some of this rock right here. And it's kind of, when he dumped it on that pile of dirt, and scooping it up, I'm getting a lot of dirt in it. So I'm going to see if I can't make that work and be able to grab it. Alright, let's see what happens. Hopefully the bucket doesn't move. Look at that. Well, it actually lines up pretty doggone good. Would you look at that? Well then, the tilt bucket won't work, but at least I can grab rock. Nifty. Look at that. So now I can use the cleanup bucket and the thumb at the same time. Think outside the box sometimes. I didn't feel like what I really need is a 48-inch bucket on here with the teeth so I can rake this rock out, but I don't feel like taking this bucket off and changing it, having to unplug the lines and plug them back in just to move 4 tons of rock. I'll just sit here and break this around and get it scooped up. If it gets a little dirty, it just gets a little dirty. compressed enough for me to sit on top of a pile for this load, then I'll probably have to get down. So I'm going to clean up the construction entrance. I only have about 2 more loads of dirt left to haul off, and the inspection for everything is tomorrow, so I'm going to clean it up and make everything look nice and pretty. And I'm mostly going to take the grade bucket off, so I'm ready to clear. So I'm going to go ahead and spread this gravel out while I've got this bucket on here. little bit more. Alright, well I am going to go take this bucket off and put the digging bucket back on. And just load out the rest of this dirt. Be ready to clear into the week, given everything passes. It should though. I've been pretty peculiar about making sure all this is right. So the erosion control guys are here and they're stringing up the first baffle right now, putting up the wire, and then the netting will go on top of that. So the pond is now almost ready for inspection. They got to come back in the morning and spray the tack on the straw. All the baffles are put in, matting in the diversion ditches on each side. So this is supposed to kind of help separate the mud out from the water as it comes in from each end. It goes through these baffles here and the matting, and it kind of helps separate the mud out. The utility guys are supposed to be bringing another riser with a top, and I'm waiting on them to get here so we can set that in place. Probably gonna run out of reach. I'd push it on there with the bucket. go in there or does that flip over?
It should get in there. Might not.
Will it lay in there if you flip it over?
The hole ain't round.
The hole ain't round. Somebody got off. How bad is it off?
This is going to stick up.
It ain't gonna hurt nothing, is it? That worked. And we got the riser on, cap and manhole, so it should pass inspection tomorrow. And once we get the okay on that, I'll come back in another week, start mowing some trees down. Big boulder, not going anywhere. Back on a little project this afternoon. If you'll remember, it was, I think, November of last year, built the barn pad for this. They are doing the finishing touches on it now. I've got about 60 tons of stone over there to backfill around and some cleaner stone to go on top of it. So I'm going to get graded out around here and I'll do a little walk around of everything all nice and done. So I've got all the crushed concrete spread. There's about 60 tons left. Got that spread out and around here. Now I'm taking the nice clean stone, we're hauling some of that in here and covering it all up, and pretty much using this for a base and top dressing it with the nicer stone. Gives it a nice good finish. But this is the pad I built back in November, I think, into November. If you want to scroll back to the videos, built a big driveway and did a big pad right here on top of this hill for a shop and a house combo. Looks like it laid in here real nice. If you'll remember, I had all the Bermuda grass. Look like the mushrooms are growing good in it. I like the ceiling. Nice wraparound porch there. But there's the driveway I cut in. If you remember, it goes all the way around and up through the woods. But it looks like it's always been here now if you keep them maintained and the grass sprayed from growing up in the edges. It'll lay in here nice. But it's turned out nice, sitting right up there on that hill, got everything blended together. So the driveway comes up here into the garage over there. All down here and just look at the rest of the driveway while I'm waiting on that next load of rock. This stuff is packed in here real good. Stuff sets up like concrete. You just leave it alone, let it get wet, and just drive over it. Well, of course we roll all of it as well, but as soon as it gets nice and wet, it sets up pretty good. Looks like a golf course out here. But the road went on down here and all the way into that bottom, back up the hill. It's also where I did all the riprap along the ditch. Shoot, I might as well walk on up there. I'm already about halfway there. Check out how all that's turned out. It looks like I don't really see any areas that washed, you know, other than a little bit of staining from the Water running out of this red dirt across the road. There ain't nothing but about rock out here anyways. Here's the culvert I put in. Looks like all that's held together good. Alright, well, let me walk on all the way on around. It's a little bit farther. Check it out up here. And here it is up by the road. If you remember, the old road went around this way. And I added a new driveway here. Put in a new culvert. And all the riprap along the edge. And he's got a good stand of Bermuda growing now, it looks like. Oh yeah. That looks pretty good. There's all the riprap in the ditch. Yeah. That turned out nice. All the way around there.